better? Hello, everyone. This is Recorder Diesel here, and welcome to the finale of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Well, at least the finale turns up recording session, because I still don't know if it's going to be one long finale or split up into two parts, but that all depends. But I have my good friend here with me to join me on this finale.
Hey everybody, it's kinmaker1, and if it's still daylight savings time, I pray that you've gotten used to it by now.
Well, it's probably also just. Well, actually, by the time this gets uploaded, it probably might be just like a month now since daylight savings happened and everything.
Then I pray that everybody's gotten used to it.
I've gotten used to it because I'm already used to waking up early in the morning anyway. So
I still can't get used to it. It takes a week for me to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, last time that we left off, we finished up the war chapter with the teddies, fight off the little girl and such, blown her up. We've even made it through the countdown, surprisingly, and everything. I put that away. I don't want to get demonetized, even though I'm not making money off of this. And Rodin blew up and somehow crashed through the windmill, breaking it into pieces and such. But basically, yeah, in this windmill is where we have our final level in this game and our basically final objective as well. Now, I was able to get past this with no problem on the practice run. So let's see how we do. In this one right here. So all we gotta do is just drop down to the windmill, go inside this cave, and then it's basically where we get our final level. You remember that bridge we took at the very beginning of this project? This bridge right here where we tried to cross once, but it broke and everything. Well, now we're here, right on the other side and such, and this is basically where it's all gonna go down. So let's go.
So this is the actual final level. So I guess that Conker wasn't really wrong when he said this was the final level.
I mean, technically it was the final level in terms of like where it's at in the windmill, but it's only really the final level in terms of like the bank.
Oh, not another one. Look, can I just go home, please?
No, you cannot.
Shit. We may have a little.
Where is his home anyway? Like, you know, like is it really all the way out here in this forest and such? And so there's like, you know, you pretty much have a long way to go.
I mean, that's a very good question.
So uncomfortable.
I mean, we also don't know, like, well, I mean, like technically you said home and such. So like, are we implying that like, you know, he's living alone, or is he living with Barry or something?
Oh, he lives with Barry.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say that, like, you know, we technically seen Barry's home and such.
I mean, he's technically bumming off of Barry, so
yeah.
That's right. I'm her boyfriend.
I just say that so I don't have to pay the rent.
Yeah.
When you two little lovebirds finish with your reunion,
and I'm just gonna say right now here, not this part and such, but next part after this, you will notice really, hopefully not too heavy of a lag, but you will notice the lag in the next scene coming up. So hopefully it won't be too bad for you guys. But apologies in advance.
I mean, when I played on my system, it never, like on my old computer, it never lagged on that part. It was just really hard to control.
Yeah.
Bank.
Okay. But I'll do it on one condition only.
What?
That I get an outfit that's as cool as hers.
Fair enough. But don't you think shouldn't he be asking for more money?
I mean, it's already the bank anyway, so knowing him, like, you know, he's probably getting all the money he could probably get in there.
True.
But yes, here we go. Oh yeah, one thing, you notice this jacket? He doesn't have his tail, so you can't do your helicopter-y tail thing now. You can only jump.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like,
yeah. But it kind of makes sense over here too, because you actually don't have to worry about jumping. But you will have to worry about shooting, because this is another one where, yeah, it's a shooter.
Ooh. So if you're into shooters, this would be a good one for you. If not,
and especially if you know how to deal with shooting games like this will be up your alley. And yeah, try to guess what movie they're parodying this time. And actually, I think this movie came out just a little bit before this game came out.
It did.
Yeah.
It came out in 1999 or 2000, if I'm right.
Probably if I'm not too lazy and such, I'll probably put it up on screen or something. The release date of, you know, the movie that they're referencing. But if it is, then yeah, I think this is technically like the only film, the only references to a film they made that's actually kind of modern in their time.
true.
It's going to be real interesting that, like, you know, the movies we've grown up and such have already reached their 20s and 30s, and now we're going to consider them retro and not modern anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to feel real weird.
Mm-hmm. How do you think our parents felt?
I mean, yeah, that's actually kind of true, because, like, by the time my mother was, you know, by the time my mother was 13, Sesame Street just came out for her, when she was in her teens, and she was watching Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera when she was a kid. Me, I was watching Cartoon Network as a kid and such, and I grew up with Sesame Street, as well as, some of the old cartoons she used to watch. But anyway, before we start talking about cartoons, what you need to do here is that, yeah, as soon as you see the B button, press B and such, use the control sticks to try to aim. What you could do is either wait for the blue cross to go red on its own, and then shoot the guards, or basically, you know, move the target on by itself and then shoot the guards. So, again, just like last time, Z is to shoot and such. I think, yeah, I missed it.
Oh yeah, this is pretty much a one-shot kill.
Yeah, pretty much it is. Well, at least in terms of the guards, they shoot you, and you just, you know, same thing applies. You just basically lose some chocolate and such.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, if you don't do that quick time event, well, they won't go down in one shot like they would normally if you do the quick time event. Or,
yeah. Oh, there's more over there. Okay, I thought it was done.
It's kind of weird.
Video game logic. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, like, you get shot in the head, you lose a piece of chocolate, so...
Yeah. Alright. There we go. Is that all? Oh, yeah, and, don't get hit by the lasers if you learn your lesson during the war zone. Wait until, wait until, you know, Barry's done with her, wait until you're, but basically wait until you finish shooting all the guards, and then Barry will take care of the lasers for you. But she's breaking the stereotypes of dumb blonde, because technically she knows how to maneuver lasers, which kind of begs the question, has she done shit like this before?
I bet.
You know, like, I don't know if this was also another intentional reference they were going to, but they were also going for, like, a Bonnie and Clyde reference between, Conker and Barry, and this is kind of a good and unexpected one, I must say. Ooh, yes, yeah, see right there, I just got hit by that chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least by that bullet. I lost chocolate because of the bullet. That would be kind of weird. That'd be kind of weird. Just like going up to someone, it's just like, so, how's your end of the hospital? I got hit by chocolate. And someone will be like, well, that's not nice. Just because, you know, she has a little bit of a dark skin doesn't mean she's chocolate.
Yeah, I like how you can get shot out of that, like, out of that quick time event if they get you.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty true, yeah. So yeah, just because you actually are on that quick time event does not mean you're immune to the bullets. They can still shoot you. So still keep in mind on that. So basically, pretty much like with the teddies and such, if you're patient enough, wait till they're done shooting at you, and then basically you can shoot them back.
If you want to feel like a badass, I suggest you just, go even when they're shooting.
Yeah. And plus, too, there's not really too many guards, so I wouldn't worry too much about... I don't think people die too much in here. It's not really an impossible level to do. It's pretty simple as far as, like, you know, what your objective is. I think in my first practice run, I think I've only died, like, 3 times or something. That's about it. But that was because I was a little impatient, too. I also like how they shoot the pillars, too.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good attention to detail.
It is, actually. Oh, I think I actually got 2 of them right over there. Nice.
Pretty cool.
You ain't getting no protection. The only thing protecting you is your dick.
Nah.
But even then, it's not really protection.
Exactly.
This would be a weird place for a condom commercial.
I swear.
Just someone shouting like, I need protection, and someone just like shoots you.
Oh man.
That's the wrong kind of shooting. Alright, last one, and we're actually going we're actually going by this pretty fast.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But that... Recruit!
Yeah, you're not regrouping. Not anytime soon.
Yeah. Although, like I said, I would say, you know, just because, you know, it's going real smoothly doesn't mean, like, you might not get hit. Because, again, some of them do have pretty good aim.
Yeah.
But even then, if you try to be just a little bit patient if you can, then 9 times out of 10 you'll escape this just fine.
Man,
Come on, help me out.
I don't think anyone wants to help this guy out. Not anytime soon.
No, I mean, sadly, even in real life, there are just some people that are just like, you know, it's just like, you know, like, it's my life or your life, and I'm more worried about my life.
Yeah, that's life for you.
Yeah.
I think you got all 4 of them.
I think I did, actually. And yep, that's it. So, about...
Yep. This,
And emulation.
but it's actually a lot better.
I mean, yeah. And, yeah. 11 minutes in, and, we've already finished this, so, yeah. I think it will keep this all in as, like, maybe one long finale, because, like I said, I know this one's gonna be really laggy.
Yeah, that depends if you don't mess up on the final boss.
Okay, well, the final boss is not that bad, but I will admit, predicting what he's going to do is a little tough, but it's not that bad.
I mean, I don't think it's really that hard to predict what he's gonna do.
Not too much, no. But sometimes, you know, your reflex is just like, you know, you press the wrong button when you knew, like, you know, oh shit, that's the wrong one. So.
Oh man.
But I will admit, first time doing this, I did have a little bit of a difficulty, and I'll explain where that difficulty came from.
Yeah, you're 1 in a million. Speaking of which...
Yep.
Yep. So this is basically your last time to get some money. And when I say money, I mean getting money. And let's see here.
There we go.
Yep, there it comes.
I'm surprised you're letting him walk away with all the money, though, considering.
I mean, well, considering what he's about to do to these characters next, I guess it's not too surprising. I guess he just wants to be maybe just a little more of a sport.
Well,
Fair enough.
there you go.
Yeah, I know.
You can talk.
Yeah, my God, she can talk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And yeah, like I said, apologies in advance and such. The good news, I was actually to find a better emulation to work with on this game. But the problem is, if I would have done that, probably would have had to wait just a little bit more of a weeks and such to record and everything. And we were almost getting done with the game anyway, so I figured, you know what, let's just go do this anyway. So again, apologies in advance. But next time, if I do replay this game again, I will use the better emulation next time. But this part right here is not that bad. You think, you know, if you think you have to hit all the money with your frying pan, no, don't worry. You only just have to hit it 3 times, and then somehow Conker gets all the money.
They basically fade to black.
Yeah. So let's see if I can do this just fine. Cause I did have a little bit of a difficulty getting all of them, but not too bad. Let's see here. Ooh, all 3, nice. Alright, there you go. Sometime later. I don't know what it is about this particular stage that makes it lag. I want to say, like, maybe there's, like, too many metal or something, or maybe we're... Well, spoiler alert, we're gonna go in space. So maybe that might also be another reason why this lags like hell.
I bet that's exactly it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny to watch just to see how, like, you know, I mean, I don't mind this emulation too much, but I will admit, when it gets broken, it can get broken.
Yeah, that's the best part about emulation. It can just get broken immediately. It can just get broken. Like,
Yeah.
like a criminal's mental state.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think it's only in just like, you know, this type of emulation, because usually with other emulations, like even the PlayStation emulation, I didn't have that much trouble with lag anywhere in this game and such. The only thing I had a problem with was like in Spyro 2, you know, like the dialogue would just repeat itself and go on to mute. But I actually found out that's actually the same thing too on, like, you know, an actual real disc on Spyro 2, where, like, you know, the disc is broken and, like, you know, the character's dialogue will either repeat and then it will just go mute.
It's kind of scratched up.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, yeah, even the PlayStation, you know, I didn't have that much trouble with lagging, and even with, you know, something like, you know, the NES or even like Super Nintendo, I didn't have any problems with lagging whatsoever and everything. I mean, even with the NES, when it did lag, most of the time it's just copying NES hardware, because even NES hardware sometimes had, you know, lagging issues depending on, like, you know, how many things were going on screen and such.
A
red squirrel.
Is this even watchable?
I mean, it's kind of watchable if you want to, you know, just sit here, make fun of it and such, and just make fun of me of how unprofessional I am, but I can, you know, afford actual hardware or know how to, you know, set it up.
I don't know how to make fun of this one. I really don't know how to make fun of this one.
I mean, I guess the only thing we could kind of make fun of is, like, one, like, you know, where's his castle and such and everything, how did he even get here in the first place?
That's a good question, but that's not really
and plus, too, like, you know, we didn't even see him, you know, coming in here when we were getting all that money to begin with, so did he just, like, pop up out of nowhere or something? Or, like, was he just watching us and he was, like, one of those, like, James Bond villains and such, that's, like, turns his chair around the moment he sees us.
Oh, yes, Mr. Bond.
Oh, yes, Conker the squirrel.
Oh, God.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for a James Bond reference in this game, because they actually did make a GoldenEye game before this.
Oh yeah, true enough. But I guess this could be counted as a reference to James Bond.
I mean, I don't know when was the last time I saw James Bond go in space.
Never.
The Fairy Panther King. Is that actually, is it, you know, I guess technically, the only Fairy Panther game we can come up with is maybe something like Jungle Book. But I don't know if I would count that as a fairy tale, considering the original book.
Yeah, can you actually call any fairy tales in this day and age actual fairy tales, considering their source material?
I mean, maybe fairy is just a code word for, like, you know, shutting kids up with something really dark. Because I mean, like, back then, you know, parents were kind of hardcore when it came to telling stories to their kids who misbehave.
Oh yeah, especially that Pinocchio.
Oh yeah. Pinocchio, there's one with, Red Riding Hood, Three Little Pigs. Even the songs, some of the songs, you know, once you look up to their, once you look into their history or, like, what the lyrics actually means, it's kind of fucked up.
It is.
Cause like, when I was a kid, you know, like, and Huckleberry Hound was saying, like, "Oh my darling Clementine." I didn't know, like, what the actual song was until I looked it up online. I'm like, Jesus, this is dark.
Oh yeah.
I mean, seriously, go look up, you know, "Oh my darling Clementine," and you tell me, like, how the hell did that ever make it past as a kid's song?
Oh, trust me.
But then again, Weird Al's also made a couple of songs family friendly that's also pretty dark too.
Yeah. Like, imagine if you looked up the origin of Little Mermaid, though.
Oh boy. Right here, boss.
That's all the money he's getting from this.
I mean, to be fair, he is pretty rich, so
Yeah, he is a mafia boss. I shouldn't be surprised.
yeah. What are we gonna do with him? I mean, did you technically want to make him into, like, you know, a pair of legs and such for your table?
I mean, he just wants his milk.
That sounds so wrong when you say it when you say that out of context.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Conker just being like, but I'm not a female. Oh shit.
Gotta be careful.
Okay. Actually, fun fact. If the sequel were supposed to happen, Barry was technically supposed to come back, but more as like a little Terminator reference and such. I think she was supposed to be one of the bosses she was supposed to fight and such.
God, I'm still kind of mad that they canceled that.
I know. We all are. And sadly, that would never, like I said, considering this day and age, that would never come into fruition.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, at least Lag has something.
What does it have?
More commentary!
Oh, God.
I mean, yeah, because, like, this is really so slow and such. So...
Is he actually using a Tommy gun, of all guns?
I mean, again, Mafia boss.
Even then, that's kind of cliche.
This whole game is cliche. Where have you been?
Thrown up.
I mean, it's the same game where literally you just throw a toilet paper at a piece of shit, it fairly goes down.
Jesus, that's right.
And then all you can do is just simply flush it. Which begs the question: why didn't the Dun Beetles do that in the first place?
That's a good question.
In fact, a lot of these things could be solved if there was just like anyone else that just does the same thing as Conker's doing.
And she's gone.
Yeah.
And this is an actual death rattle.
I'm kind of curious. If this lag, didn't happen, I wonder how much shorter this video could have been.
I ain't seeing that.
I mean, you kind of pop it out of the jacket,
Eh.
but like I said, I don't think Conker's into that shit.
Really?
At least not in terms of a dead corpse.
He's not a necrophiliac.
Nope.
Why are we talking about that?
I mean, you would want to just brought up boobs.
I said boobs because that's what you like.
Yes.
I didn't mean it in that respect.
Well, considering what's happening in the scene, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Good thing I'm only cameo.
We can still hear you though.
Yeah.
As I said, good thing I'm only a cameo.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's about to come soon.
Phrasing.
This makes me wonder, I know the professor planned this, but how far in advance did he plan this?
Very far.
Did he put like an alien egg inside that milk? And when he just gave it to the Panther King and not knowing what he was drinking or something?
I'm pretty sure he's planned this for a long, long time. Because really, wait, if we're actually going off the alien route, then maybe it was planned for a while, but he only just enacted it. Because you know how fast the alien can grow, right?
I've never seen the movie Aliens itself, so.
Oh.
But to be fair, I would not put it past if if the aliens can grow rapid speed.
True enough.
Yeah.
Again, why can't this dude just hold his glass of milk, or just get a new table?
Again, we came to the conclusion that there are no trees in this place.
And yet they can make wooden signs.
Well, that's probably where they cut all the trees and such to make the wooden signs.
It doesn't have to be metal. It doesn't have to be wood. It can be anything. A table can be made out of anything, even stone, which is actually sturdier than wood.
Well, again, you're talking to a bunch of a bunch of characters that are apparently too lazy and stupid to do anything except for Conker.
How did they make this?
Game logic. Developers said so.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could go with the asshole route and just be like, because shut up.
There you go. Goodbye, Panther King. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, we only knew you for about, like, what, 2 cutscenes?
Yep.
3 at most. I think it was the same thing with Professor. We only seen him in, like, 3 cutscenes as well, too. But which is kind of interesting, because, like, you know, this is one of the few games where, like, we sort of have a bad guy, but he doesn't really do bad guy things and such.
He's just a king that
Yeah.
wants a table.
Yeah, he just basically wants a table. Pretty much the Professor is really the only kind of main villain here, and Phone, who's that?
Not me.
Nobody. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the Professor's kind of the only real villain here, because he was the one that made the teddies in the first place. He's the reason why we had to go to war.
True enough.
So, yeah, so if anything, like, he's really our more main antagonist here than the Panther King.
Jesus.
Which, again, is a little interesting, because, again, we don't really see him all that much throughout the game.
Yes, here he comes.
Very slowly.
I would just get out of here, you weasel. Yeah, I think the weasel did the right thing by getting out of there while he still could.
I mean, yeah, considering, like, they didn't reach space yet. Which that would kind of suck if he, like, decided to leave right now, and then, like, he's like, oh, shit, space.
Yep. It would suck, but it would be hilarious.
I mean, it's definitely going to be hilarious for the Professor, considering what's about to be coming up soon. Oh, and actually, one of the main stories of the sequel was that, like, you know, the Panther King was actually supposed to come back thanks to Greg and such.
Basically, everyone who died was supposed to come back, huh?
Yeah, and basically, he was his plans was to execute Conker and such and be king again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. What's his goal anyway with the teddies in the first place and such? Like, you know, was he planning to be on, like, you know, the new king or something, like, with all these teddies, or like?
I think that was explained at one point.
Yeah, but if it was, he kind of did a poor job explaining it. Because it was just like, because I know technically he wanted to use the teddies to overthrow the king and such, but like, what was his plan after that? Was he just like, you know, man, I never thought I got this far.
Yeah, just like Plankton did. He was like, I don't know. I never thought I'd make it this far. And I'm pretty sure what will happen with Conker would be saying, oh, well, let me help you make your next move.
And then it blows up the entire kingdom. Good old context sensitive.
Yes.
Can you imagine how much the world would be a better place if we had context sensitive all the time?
Well,
It's like, oh shit, I need to get an A. Ding. Hey, I got an A.
yeah, but you wouldn't really learn anything. You just get an A immediately.
I mean, technically we don't learn shit anyway in the real world.
I mean, we do. Oh.
Yep, there it is.
Alien reference. Oh, like, well, not as good as the original because the thing would still be showing his head.
Yeah. Man, like I said, I've never, most of these movie references I've never seen yet. And this is one of them. But I must say, they did a pretty damn good job replicating, you know, the original Alien costume.
Sure enough.
That's the last time I'm taking drugs.
Yes. Yeah, Conker knew it was gonna be one of those days.
Just one of those days. Ever had one of those days.
Man.
Peace out, motherfuckers. I'm out.
Yep, he did the right thing, getting out of there while he still could.
How did you even get out anyway? Like, you know, is there a back door over there?
I guess. Ooh, man.
Well, we know what the professor's into.
Yeah, he's in the vor.
Output.
And I block him immediately. I mean, I don't kink shame here, but that's one thing I will shyly kink shame you and block you.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure. I bet that's exactly why he did this, because the Panther King was gonna block him on social media. And he said, "I can't have that."
He found out I was only into 4, but he was into bestiality too.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah. Because I mean, technically, it is kind of an animal, kind of, with no eyes.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
And to finally, release my porn fetish without being judgmental, I'm gonna kill everybody. It has technology. Oh fuck, he's into robots too. Well, okay, maybe the robot's not as bad, but whatever that robot was into 4, shit.
Oh god.
When will he stop?
Never. You should know by now it's never gonna stop.
I mean, once you start with something, you're never gonna want to stop it.
True enough. Like, the moment you find that interest, it's pretty much over with for your life.
Pretty much. It all just depends on like if you can control that or not.
Yep. It's like an addiction.
And we all know about addictions. Or at least I kind of know a little bit, but not that bad. My other kind of addiction is doing let's play videos like this.
Yeah.
Where is your home?
That's a very good question. Like, they are never gonna explain where his home is.
I mean, yeah. Throughout the whole game, I was just like, are we ever gonna find, just a little bit of a hint of his home? I mean, like we don't have to go inside his house, but just a little hint would be nice. All right, a little easy part right here. Just pull this lever.
Yep, and a complete. Oh, I love this scene.
Yeah. Here we are. And I mean, to be fair, the professor could probably use that as a puppet.
Oh man, I remember seeing some type of cutscene on YouTube a couple of years back that showed the Panther King being resurrected.
I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look at that one. I think that cutscene probably would have been the one they probably would have used had that sequel been used.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, what you need to do here is just get inside the suit, and this is your final boss battle for the game.
So let's just wait till he comes back.
Yeah, and it's also another reference to the team. The team did say that like Super Mario 64 was one of the inspirations for this game, and this boss battle actually shows it.
Yeah, basically play Super Mario 64. You'll understand how to do this immediately.
Yeah. Although to be fair, if you expect them to be the same way as Super Mario 64, well, you're kind of right, but there's a slight difference.
You're wrong in a way.
In a way. And yeah, here's your alien reference. In case that one reference wasn't enough.
Get away from her, you.
I mean, technically, she's already dead, so, like...
Yeah, I would still try to save her.
Yeah.
Her body, at the very least. Just to make sure it's not desecrated.
Maybe I can put her on my wall.
Oh, man. Oh, she gone.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be gone, too.
Yes. What the fuck?
You would think that as a man of science, knowing he's in space, he will try to create some type of air bubble for his head.
Well, to be fair, a lot of scientists like him, Dexter, Jimmy Neutron, like...
Don't bring Jimmy Neutron into this. You know exactly why.
Yeah. I mean, they're smart, but they're only smart when it comes to the advanced stuff. They don't know shit about simple, you know, household basic stuff.
I mean, like I said, don't bring Jimmy into this one, considering what their world is like.
That's true.
When it comes to space.
That's true. I mean, Dexter's only been to space like what, twice, maybe 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. No. I mean, what life did you have to begin with?
Good question.
Alright, so for this boss fight, it's not that hard. So what you got, you have jump, you have B to beat him, and then you have Z to crouch. So basically, there are 3 types of patterns you have to watch out for. And, okay, yeah, I made a mistake on that one. So basically, if he turns his head and his tail starts to spin, you need to jump. If he's about ready to bite you, then you need to press the Z button to crouch.
Now you can hit him. Hit him now.
I'll try. Okay, yeah, no. Only hit him if he's about to bite you. If he's about to bite you, crouch and then try to hit him. But you need to get a little close to him. And I think I might, yeah. I think it might be, yeah. Alright, well, if I die here, it's not gonna be that much big of a deal.
I mean, it just starts you right back here.
Yeah, that's true. And this boss fight, this boss fight I don't like that much, because like I said, it's a little hard. I will admit, it is a little hard to predict what's he going to do, because every time he's opened his mouth, I'm ready for him to bite me. Okay, now, yeah, right here. Yeah, hit him right here as soon as you crouch.
Uppercut.
Right there. And then as soon as you do that, try to go for his tail immediately. And this is where the Mario 64 comes in. Now, in Mario 64, you had to spin the control stick really fast if you want to spin him around real fast. But in here, all you have to really do is just spin the control as slowly as you can. If you can spin him just as slowly as you can and such, then basically Conker will spin him around real fast.
Ooh, let me tell you something about this playing on keyboard. I had to train my fingers in order to be able to do this type of movement. Like I had to do it like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I do it like that.
Ooh. Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah, I can imagine it was tough. Which again, yeah, this is one of the reasons why I brought an N64 USB controller to begin with. Because yeah, I did not want to imagine doing that against on a keyboard.
Yeah, and doing that on Mario is even worse.
And yeah, again, lagging. So hopefully. Okay, so that took way too longer than we needed to be.
I am laughing at you right now.
I know, I'm laughing at me too because I'm really that poor and not really all that tech savvy as some people. I mean, to be fair, I never really deprived myself as tech savvy to begin with. So, but basically, yeah, so the gist of it, yeah, so you can see right here, we were able to throw him off and such. So basically, like I just said, if you spin the control stick just, you know, slow and steady enough, you know, Conker will spin him around real fast, and that'll be your chance to press the B button to let go of him, and he'll probably go into the airlock. And you also gotta do this 3 times, so we're just gonna do this 3 times to where we're gonna pause the recording just so, you know, we'll have an easier time spinning him around, and then just cut to when we actually get him. So basically, yeah, the same thing as before, A to jump if he does the tail, and then Z to crouch if he's about to bite you. Now, what's he going to do right here, he's going to step back, and sometimes, let's see if he's going to do it. Yeah, he does it. He's going to do a somersault. So basically, try to turn the camera all the way to him, and yeah, just basically wait till either he's going to eat you, or he's going to, yeah, spin his tail at you. Alright, and I think after this, because after this, that's all his moves he's gonna show you. So after I beat him up right here, we're just gonna cut to when we actually get to the last one. Because yeah, you have to do this 3 more times anyway, and you guys pretty much get the gist of what you need to do to this final boss battle.
Yep.
So yeah, like I said, alright, before I pause the video and such, I'm just gonna spin him around because I'm gonna pause this anyway. But basically, I will say, the first time playing this, I did had a bit of a difficulty getting him to, you know, getting him into the airlock. Because basically what I did, I just spin the controller real fast like this, because I was used to Mario 64. But as you see right here, like, if you spin him real fast right here, he's not going anywhere. So basically, yeah, so basically this is what I mean, where I was just like, yeah, you gotta spin him, you know, real slow and real steady, and you'll get him into the airlock. That's why I kept dying to him plenty of times. Another reason why I kept dying to him plenty of times was because I didn't know I needed to use the Z button to crouch. I just thought, like, you know, if you bite me, I also had to jump too. But no, if he bites you, then you have to use the Z button to crouch.
Yeah, it's called learning from your mistakes.
Yeah. Alright, and since you guys now know about, you know, what we need to do here, we're just gonna cut to, basically when we get to the last airlock into the last cutscene. So, see you in a bit. Alright, we finally did it. So, alright, like I said, you will notice a little bit of, there will still be some lag here and there, but, hopefully when we get back to the new scene, it won't lag too much. But I actually kind of like this, part right here. Because this part is actually, pretty funny. Again, I've never seen a game, doing an ending like this before.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think a game has ever done an ending like this before.
Or at least up to this point.
Or at least up to this point, yeah. I mean, technically, you know, games kind of break the fourth wall a few times in terms of, like, explaining the controls and everything. But I think this is the first time where it's just, like, you know, a character is about to do something, what it's about to do. And actually, fun fact, the reason they came up with this ending, because, like, you know, developers are just like, wait, weren't we supposed to go back to the castle at some point? Shit, how do we get there? And they actually came up with this little idea right here. So.
And I honestly thought this game froze when I played on Nintendo 64 when I was younger.
Actually, that would not be surprising, because, yeah, yeah, because even even with this speed of a lag, it does look like it broke. But no, it didn't break. But I was saying, yeah, because, like, you know, with cartridge games and such, like, you know, they have been prone to, like, having glitches and even freeze at some point.
Yeah, it's called crooking. It's like the crooked cartridge thing.
Yeah. And it's still lagging.
It'll stop.
I know. Again, make fun of me all you want for being poor and not being tech savvy enough.
Dude,
But I think people know at this point that, like, you know, most of the games I do play are from, like, emulations and everything.
I'm poorer than you, dude.
Although it does beg the question, like, you know, if it's game freeze, then how's Conker the only one able to move, though?
That's a good question.
Because, like, you know, if it's frozen and he's able to talk to the programmers, then technically, you know, shouldn't he, you know, be freezing as well? Yeah, again, I mean, again, Conker, like, you know, okay, like, Conker's one of those games where, like, if you turn your brain off and everything, you know, like, you won't question anything. But if you're critics like us, or at least, you know, people that like to, you know, point out flaws and everything, there are tons of flaws in Conker. In terms of, like, quote-unquote game logic.
Blame the angry video game nerd.
Yeah, angry video game nerd, nostalgia critic, pretty much any reviewer we've probably seen on YouTube.
I think we all know there's been a lockup. Conker, your threat's kind of useless at this point.
Yeah. I mean, again, if this is a logger, then how are you moving?
If you will say, I don't know, help me out with this guy.
Actually, how would the ending be really different, though? Like, you know, if they didn't do something like this. Because I would imagine, like, you know, the alien flown out, he probably, you know, was there in space. Conker probably, you know, got the ship down in space, and, like, you know, I can also imagine the guards coming in and be like, well, you killed our king, you have to be the king now.
Yeah, that'd be kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But then again, that is the right of succession for medieval well, not really.
I mean, I guess we could kind of make the argument that maybe this game takes place in medieval times. Although if it does, then how the hell do we get in space?
Good question.
Weapons, maybe.
Yeah, just listen to this lag. It almost sounds like he's drowning.
They do though. I'm surprised that Barry's death isn't on his mind at this point.
I mean, he actually did brought it up, but as soon as as soon as he realized, oh shit, I could have brought Barry back.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. At this moment in time, I'm surprised not in the forefront.
Well, to be fair, he was about to be faced with a scary alien that was about to kill him and such.
Yeah,
so probably the only thing on his mind was just I need to get rid of him right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So sadly, but somewhat understandable, Barry was probably the last thing on his mind at that point.
Yeah, but the whole reason why he fought that thing was because it was going for Barry.
Yeah. A shotgun that he actually kind of never used.
Well, you technically do.
Well, I mean, technically we did, but it was more smaller from the one Greg gave us. Which, by the way, whatever happened to that shotgun anyway? Huh? Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen this month. I mean,
It might not. It might be later.
because they're still doling out the vaccine, and let's just say that there's problems with them right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, in some way it's alright, because I have another way to make money anyway. It's not from YouTube,
Well, duh.
but basically, yeah, even if I was to go back to work, I still would have some time to make some Let's Play videos.
True.
Because actually my job is kind of an easy one, kind of.
What do you do again?
I'm a substitute teacher.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, the only thing I just gotta worry about is just make sure the kids don't set the school on fire.
True enough, that is pretty
Not a
easy.
moment
Yeah.
sooner.
If you babysit when you were a teenager, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with high schoolers is not all too bad.
And
I mean, so far I never came across, that one kid that's just want to start
The lag's
trouble and
gone.
such. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the lag is gone. I mean,
Oh.
still a little noticeable, but not as bad.
For the most
So,
part.
yeah, there it is.
no, that's a bit volatile. Well, clean at it later. Well,
I mean, technically it's already cleaned up because I think it was removed somehow.
anything else?
And how the hell did all these guys get in here? It's just
You're asking questions like I did.
The news must have spread really fast to know that Conker's the king or something.
Stop asking questions.
But questions is all we got. How else are we supposed to earn money?
This is a game. Remember, game logic.
Game logic, spame logic. I sometimes question stuff in Mario.
So bloody right this.
I mean, technically this is also a game, but it's also more like a story-based game. So if it's a story-based game, I'm gonna nitpick the hell out of it.
Again, what story is there to be had in this game?
It's just a random story about a squirrel wanting to get home, Panther King wanted some milk, Barry just wanting Conker to get laid and everything, and none of that actually happened.
Yeah, that's gotta be the worst thing ever.
I mean, the only thing that did happen was that Conker got the milk this time.
Thank God.
But yeah,
What are you doing?
actually, technically, nothing was really accomplished in this game.
No.
In terms of the overall story, there's even not really much of a goal either. The only goal was just Conker wanted to get home, but now he's not even home. He's a new king.
Man.
So if you want to think about it, this is technically a bad ending for you.
Yep.
And it's the only bad and it's the only ending you get. You get no good ending.
You could be king of a toilet.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he just doesn't stuff him back.
You don't know how to
Seriously.
fly. You realize that? You just
Stuff that brush back into the paint can. Seriously, man. Just to shut them up.
Ah, fuck this fucker.
Can I be your general?
No!
You'd be a horrible one.
No. Of all the people in the world that I don't like, I'm in a room full of them.
Oof.
This could be like the start of a sitcom.
It is. I bet.
Again, the news must have spread real fast if everyone suddenly knew that Conker's king now.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't even say that Conker was king now until the guards arrived. Either way.
Now we go. The king is dead.
How did they not kill the king already? So, wait a minute.
I mean, maybe the professor was kind of like, I want to kill the king first.
the king.
Long kid.
Will you stop beating me?
I'm not beating him.
Love the kid.
I feel sorry for Conker at this point.
Yeah, I think.
And there goes that stupid mouse.
Yeah, did he get blown up and such?
Yeah.
How was he able to stitch himself back together?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I knew this was gonna happen. But I knew this was gonna happen.
And Conker is just screaming in his head.
He's like, woo.
So, there I am.
Clockwork Orange, I think.
Yeah, this is Clockwork Orange. It was the very first movie reference in the beginning.
Yep.
Who'd have thought that? Not me.
He just wants to go home, people.
I guess you
Well,
know
this is his
who
new
this
home
guy
now.
by now.
Ooh.
A home that he never wanted in the
I
first
don't
place.
think you do. I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. If you never played this game for the first time, you probably thought that maybe he wanted to be king in the first place. But no, he never wanted to be king. He just wanted to go home.
Yep.
I have all the money in the world.
And pretty much all the stuff that he had to do was just because we couldn't find his damn home in the first place.
Exactly.
He just got roped after rope into doing baseless
want.
petty shit and such. Because one, he's kind of generous, but mostly because he did it for the money.
Which is fair.
So I guess this game is teaching you that it's just like, if you keep doing greedy things and keep doing lots of people petty favors for money, sooner or later you'll become something you never wanted to become in the first place.
Not gonna happen. It's true what they say. The grass is always greener.
The grass
You
is
don't
always
really
greener.
know
He
what
ain't
it is
wrong.
You have
Until it's gone.
until it's gone.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good lesson.
This is really but this is
Gone.
Like, seriously.
I mean, this is really a very, very dark ending. I mean, I know it's a mature game.
I mean, it's not really a dark ending.
Well, I guess you could say more bitter.
Bittersweet.
I don't even know if we can even call it sweet. I think we could just call it bitter ending, honestly.
Yeah, this moment,
Because I mean, like I said, Conker never wanted this in the first place.
true enough.
But yeah, that was Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64.
We're not done just yet.
Well, I mean, technically we are done, but like there's going to be a cutscene coming up.
Yeah. The cutscene is coming up.
Yeah,
It would have set up the second game, actually.
would've, yeah. Alrighty, but after 20 years and everything, does this game still hold up? What do you think, Kim? Does this game still hold up to you after 20 long years?
Not so much, but yeah, when it comes to the basic gameplay, it kind of does.
Alright, well, usually what I do in here, we usually give our, final thoughts on the game itself, so, I know you didn't play the game, at all, but after seeing this game... you still liked it?
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, what's your, what are some of the things about this game that you, always like the most and everything? Or at least something that makes you keep coming back to this game?
The deaths, actually. Like the funny deaths you can get every time you mess up.
Alright. But anyway, alright, so after 20 years and playing this game for so long, because like I said, this is one of the, again, not really meant to be a pun, but this is one of the rare games that I've owned for the N64 and such and everything. And I actually wanted to play this game after seeing, gameplay footage of it. I'm just like, this game looks really interesting. I want to try it out myself. And after playing it, and the first time I played it, I actually did have fun. Admittedly, there were some annoying aspects on this game that I hate, and to this day I still hate and such. I still hate the aiming and everything. The aiming can work and such, but again, it's one of those games where it's just like, where it's just like, you swear, you aim it at just the right moment, but the game's like, no bitch, try again. And for some sections, that got really annoying, as you saw with some parts like the submarine and everything. The Great Mighty Pooh was another one where sometimes it could really mess up your aim and everything. And even the piston one with the rocks at rock solid and such, that was another annoying factor.
Ooh, I hate that.
Yeah, again. So yeah, the aiming system on the game is not the best and such. The camera work definitely has aged also poorly as well too, because sometimes the camera can work in your favor, but also there'll be other times where the camera can really mess you up and everything, to the point where, like, you sometimes die because of that camera. And yeah, actually I think we do get the cutscene, so I'll finish my thoughts after this.
Yeah.
Here we go. I've heard that, like, it was more of a rumor, but I've heard that, like, in the original ending, Conker was supposed to commit suicide.
Yeah, that actually was it.
Really?
Yeah, that actually was supposed to be the ending. But just like the scene with the teddies in the doctor room, they changed it because it's just too dark.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa there, cowboy. Keep it coming. Oh.
This guy can almost be like the general's father or brother.
I bet that is a general.
Looking a bit down. What's the matter?
Well, yeah, I think we could probably say he only has two secret identities. He's not wearing a mustache, he's a general. When he's wearing a mustache, he's a bartender.
Yep.
And he's more macho.
I don't want to talk about it. Oh, yeah, string path.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
History repeats itself.
Here we go again.
History repeats itself.
Mm-hmm. Some people just never learn.
Yep. And Conker is one of those people who never learns.
Yep.
Wait, he went the other way this time. Okay.
Oh yeah, he did.
So he might have learned his lesson.
A little bit, but he probably still got lost. Actually, he probably did it on purpose because he knew, like, where he was supposed to go to next. But anyway, alright, so that's his place again. So, again, another thoughts. Alright, so I basically said, like, I didn't like the aiming, the camera was pretty bad. There were some moments where, it was mostly the war chapter, but, like, there were some moments where, like, the controls for the most part are pretty smooth and such. It's pretty simple. Anyone, can, pick up and, try it and such. A jump, Z, crouch and such. They're pretty simple as far as they go. They weren't too complicated, which was nice and such.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. They didn't make the gameplay overcomplicated. I mean, yes, they introduced certain elements like that will never come again.
Like basically the race scene and everything, and other stuff and everything. Well, technically sometimes they do it more, only twice and such is what they do. And I think that's another thing I do like about this game is how much variety it does have. Like, it's not like one of those games where it's just like, you only have one main objective and pretty much everything is connected to that one main objective. No, pretty much, no matter what you do and such, every objective is different on its own and such. And while technically the only main objective is that, the Panther King wants Conker and Conker wants to go home, that's really about it. Because, like, pretty much anywhere you go and such, it's pretty much just you doing different types of missions and you doing different things and such. Which is actually, really interesting.
True enough.
And like I said, the story, again, with what little story there is and such, the comedy is still pretty funny. There were still plenty of moments where I still chuckle and had a laugh, here and there. I think, and it's mostly due with Conker and how he reacts to everything around him and such. Like, there'll be one moment where he can be like, a sarcastic little asshole and such, and there'll be one moment where he's just like, whatever, I'm just going along with it. And I think anyone can relate to him, when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, the graphics too. The graphics are really impressive, especially what they had to deal with, with the N64. Because I read, like, they had to squeeze a lot into this N64 card in order to make this game, and it shows.
Oh yeah.
And especially like when they had to work with during 5 years and such. Because like I said, originally this was supposed to be a kid-friendly game. But then, Rare was just like, you know what, let's just go all balls out with this.
Because they didn't want, because they were releasing Banjo-Kazooie, I think that's Rare Game.
Yeah.
They said, okay, no more kitty crap. Let's just try something different and see how it goes.
Well, that and also the critics noticed that, like, Rare was making too many kitty games and everything at the time, and Rare was just like, all right, you want something different? Let's do something different.
Exactly.
And pretty much this is what we got. And for what it is, they did a really good job, on trying out something new and something different. It didn't always work here and there, but when it did work, it worked pretty well and everything. And I will agree with some people, it is a little weird that halfway through the game it started off as a platformer, and then when you got to the spooky chapter and everything, it just started out as a shooter out of nowhere and such. So I will admit, it is a little bit of a weird transition and such, but it's not all that, it's not really, that doesn't really change anything majorly and everything, it's just more like a platforming shooter now and such. It's basically, what it was, and the controls were still simple too, on like how to shoot the gun, how to run with it, and everything. So again, I like that it wasn't overly complicated, which again is actually real nice. And like I said, even part of the levels that were pretty challenging, they weren't all that bad. Once you know how to do certain parts of a level and such, it's pretty easy to figure out, and you could probably make it through just fine and everything. First time players though, I can see them getting really frustrated with certain parts of the game. Because like I said, when I played this game for the first time, there were some moments that I even had to take a break too, because I was getting frustrated at certain parts. Rock Solid definitely being up there is like number one, like the real reason why I stopped playing Conker for a while. Let's see, is there anything else that maybe we can talk about? I think that's really about it. The voice acting is, again, maybe not, Oscar worthy or anything like that. But for only 3 people, because there were only 3 voice actors for this game. All the males except for the Great Mighty Pooh was Chris, and any female was done by one girl. And the Great Mighty Pooh had basically had his own voice actor that was also an opera singer too. So again, what they had to work with and everything, it came out really good at the end and such. Each voice acting had a different, each had a different tone, matching perfectly with their characters and such. And it definitely shows that you could definitely, like I said, you could definitely tell there was lots of effort put into this game, and I have to give him major credit for that. Alright, so overall, after 20 years, does Conker's Bad Fur Day still hold up? In some places, yes. In terms of the graphics, the stories, and the humor, it still holds up. It definitely still holds up on that regard, and even parts of the gameplay still holds up as well too. Again, it's a simple gameplay that anyone can pick up and try. For what it doesn't work, the camera has aged poorly. The aiming is definitely not the best, and the swimming was definitely still really horrible as I remembered it when I first played this game and everything. And there were still some parts, like I said, with the shooting and everything that also did not hold up as well. But overall, I still enjoy this game for what it is. Might not be my most favorite game. It's one of those games where I sometimes have a love-hate relationship with. It just depends on what level I'm at and what I'm doing and such. But when I do love it very much. And when I hate it, I do hate it as much. But I still enjoy this game overall. I do recommend that, if you haven't played this game and this is something you actually want to try out, try it out. And the good news is, this game is actually part of a rare replay for the Xbox One and such. So if you have an Xbox One and everything, and you want to pick it up, go for it and such. I do highly recommend it. If this game might not be for you, judging by the gameplay, if you think this game might not be a thing you might like, then at the very least, at least watch it. Because like I said, this is a very story-heavy game anyway. So it is one of those games where I can see people would rather watch it than play it and such. But overall, I enjoyed the game. I think it was really fun. I'm really glad I played it and shared it with all you guys. I found a rating for this game. I think it's fair for me to give it a 7 out of 10. Again, there were some moments that were really good, and again, lots of effort was put into this game. But I can't ignore some of the, really faulty controls, as well as some parts that obviously did not age well with this game. But I still think it's a good game overall. I still think people should recommend it. And what about you? What's your overall thoughts on this game?
Well, I just don't like the transition between the platformer straight to the gunning, actually. That's pretty much the only problem I have with this. I mean, with the racing, it was just like, it was only one little part, that's it. But from then on, it just became a shooter, which I really don't like. That makes me a little bit biased in this case.
Yeah.
And with the controls on the Nintendo 64, I played GoldenEye before, so I know how to shoot on these games. But
GoldenEye was
they-
one of the best games for the N64, including Perfect Dark.
but the controls, the aiming was just so horrible. Like, especially for Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Like if the aiming was a little bit better, I would love. There would be no problem for me with this. But since it's on Nintendo 64 and I play it on a controller, I would still probably give it a 7 out of 10 too. Actually.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I said, there are some parts where we could both agree, like, there are parts where this game didn't age all that well, even after 20 long years. But again, when it does work real well to its advantage and such.
True.
So
the platform was pretty solid in the beginning.
I mean, the platform was pretty solid. And I do agree with some people. That's also a little odd that we go from, like, really cartoony comedy to, like, a really dark and serious mood, especially with the war chapter and such.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, that is a bit of a weird transition. I feel like the gamers were just, the developers were just like, well, we need to do something else with this, like, we need to do something new with it, and like, they probably made one shooter. It was just like, hey, let's make another shooter, and I was like, hey, let's make another shooter, and that was just pretty much it. But again, overall, I think we already said our bits on Conker's Bad Fur Day. So again, if you guys want to play it, check it out. We recommend it. Or at the very least, if you don't think this might not be a game for you, at least, watch it and such. Maybe watch, like, other people that let's play this game. Now, like I said, we don't know if we're going to do the Live and Reloaded remake. If we do, we might. But if not, we might replay this game again sometime down the road and everything, if we want to. But anyway, yeah, we want to thank you all for watching us doing Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. Again, this was something I wanted to do since I realized, this was this game's 20th birthday, and I wanted to do something for it for the longest time and everything. And I figured now was a good time to play this game, and I'm glad I played this game, for all that it's worth and such. And I did have a fun time. I had a fun time with Kim. He really made the commentary, lively and everything, by giving his thoughts on the game as well as his experience with it, as well as cracking some jokes as well too with me while criticizing / nitpicking the story and everything. I had a lot of fun recording. I had a lot of fun editing this game and everything, and I hope you guys had a fun time too with this project that we did. How did you think the project went, Kim?
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Just wish I could have come up with better jokes.
That's okay. That's what I tell myself every day too. When, I mean, maybe we could probably do dad jokes if we wanted to.
No dad jokes. None of that.
Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed this project, don't forget to hit the like button. By the time this part comes out, Super Mario World is still going on and such. So for the next few parts, it's just going to be Super Mario World, and I think we're already going to be doing a live stream on Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box by the time this part also comes up as well too. So those are the two games that we're doing right now. But May is coming up, and that means another RPG Summer, which I won't say what it is just yet until after we do Super Mario World. So if you guys want to know what the RPG Summer game will be, make sure you check out the final episode of Super Mario World, or you can just wait until that game comes. But also, that means another Ace Attorney walkthrough as well, too, and I'm doing Ace Attorney 2, the Ace Attorney 2 Investigations, the English translation, the fan one, for the DS and such. I'm a little excited to do that walkthrough as well. And
I'm gonna give you a little hint on what the game might be for RPG Summer. I will just nitpick whatever he does in that game. I will nitpick the crap out of him when he plays that game.
I mean, he's probably going to nitpick me anyway.
No. I take the game that you might play a little bit too seriously, so I'm going to have to judge you pretty harshly.
Well, we'll just have to wait if when that game comes out, because I actually do have my I will say this, I do have my team picked out and such. So hopefully, everything will go well. But anyways, it's been Sakura saying thank you all so much for watching, and again, hit the like button if you like the video, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content. But until then, we've gone on long enough, so this has been Sakura with my good friend
kinmaker1,
and I'll see you guys next time on another part on Super Mario World, as well as a brand new Let's Play coming up real soon, again, when May comes around. But until then, see you guys later.
See ya.